Hi, my name is Ashutosh Sharma, and today I'll be explaining the HTML homework. So I'll begin with the first question, which is 2.7. So I have to create an HTML5 document that uses an image as an email link and use attribute alt to provide a description of the image and link. So I will go to Visual Studio Code, and this is the first question for 2.7. So basically, the code that I've created, it creates the simple web page with an email link that includes an image. So I'll break down the code. So from the beginning, you have the doc type HTML. So this declaration, defines like the document type and version of the HTML that I'm using. And then you have the underneath the HTML. So that's like the root element of an HTML page. And then you have uh, the header section. So you have the head section underneath. So this contains information about the HTML document, such as the character sets or the title. And then so like an example, it has like the title. So this sets the title of the web page, which is typically will be displayed in the browser title or tab. So you'll see when I show you the output of the code, it'll show email link with image at the top. And then we have, the body. So that's like the main content of the HTML document will be like what we're going to be putting in. And P is like the basically defines like the paragraph. And then we have the ahref. So that creates a hyperlink with the mail to scheme. And this allows the users to send an email to like the specific email address, such as the asharma7 at oldwestbury.edu. And this basically closes the body, and this closes the HTML document on line 16. So when I run the code for question one, so copy path and go into Firefox, then you paste it, question one, you get the logo, the New York Giants logo, and up top and like the tab, like you would have seen in the browser tab, you'll see the email link with image. So when you click on New York Giants logo, this will take you straight to the email, and it'll have the email that you want it to send to. So it's this one to asharma7 at oldwestbury.edu. So this is the first question of the homework. Now I'll be going to the second question. Save. So the second question is 2.8. So we had to create an HTML5 document that contains links to your favorite daily deal websites, possibly Groupon, Living Social, etc. Your page should contain the heading, My Favorite Daily Deals website, and then you can click on each of these links to test the page. So when I go into Visual Studios, I'll show you question two. This is the code for question two, so I'll explain it a bit. So I think we already know the HTML, the header, the meta characteristics, but like for the title, this will basically set the um, title as My Favorite Daily Deals website. And then we have the body, which will contain the content of the HTML document. And then we have the header one. So that defines like the top level heading with the text, here are my favorite daily deal sites. And then we have a paragraph. uh, so this so this basically will add a paragraph with the text, click a name to visit that site. So you can click on any of these sites and it'll take you to the respective web page. And then we also have the list items. So this will like, we have the list item, then we also have the hyperlink. So the href attribute basically specifies the URL of each website, and then you also have the target. So the target blank attribute is used to open each link in a new tab or window, And then we have the closing tags for H1, the header one, body, and HTML. So when I run this in Firefox, so copy path, go to Firefox, paste here. So basically here shows the header. Here are my favorite daily deal sites. And here it should give you an option, click a name to visit that site. So you can click on, let's say, Groupon. So here we go. This shows the main website. So basically the code that I've created, basically when you click on Groupon's link, it'll send you to their main site and it'll show all the discounts on their sites. And you can do that for Living Social as well, and etc. This shows you also, you see, sign up, so you can save up to 70% off. So this is for question 2. And now we go to question 3. So we have question 2.9. So create an HTML5 document that contains an unordered list with links to all examples presented in the chapter. And it has the hint, place all the chapter examples in the examples directory, then link to the files in that directory. So I'll go to Visual Studios, question 3. So this is question 3. And basically, the code that I've created basically creates a web page with an unordered list of links, each linking to a specific chapter. So basically from chapter 2 to chapter 29. And basically, we know the headers and everything. The title. So the title is, so it'll set the title of the web page as my unordered list. And then we have the body, which will have the main components for the HTML content. And then we have the header 1. So this will show here are my unordered lists. So this will like define like the top heading with the text. And then we have the paragraph. So this will basically add a message, like a paragraph message saying click a name to visit that site, basically, or like the chapters. And then we have a UL, so that is the unordered list. So this is the beginning of the unordered list. And then we have the ahref attribute. So this will create a hyperlink to the chapter 2 example, and the attribute also specifies the relative path to the chapter, and the target blank attribute is used to open the link in a new tab or window. And similarly, it'll be for chapter 3 going down through chapter 29. And so and also these these dot slash. So in a sense, this will help you like get you into like the menu section, and then when you do it twice, dot slash, it's like you can go back and forth inside that uh let's say folder in an example. So when we run this in Firefox, copy path, go into Firefox, paste question 3, boom. Here are my unordered list. So click a name to visit that site, or we can say chapters in this sense. So let's say we click on chapter 2. Damn, it takes you into the chapter 2 folder. So it has everything, the about, buttons, camel image, contact, etc. And let's say let's do that for chapter 3. Here it shows you the examples in chapter 3 as well. And for chapter 4 as well. So chapter 4 also shows you the figures. And also for like, let's say one more chapter 5. So you see, basically when you click on each of these, let's say chapter 2 like the folders, it'll show all the examples in those chapters. So this was that one. This was the second question. So I think we'll be going. No, this is the third question. So now we'll be going to the next one. 2.8. And now we'll be going to question 2.14. So basically, This code creates an HTML5 markup that produces the table shown below. So it'll show like the camel and like the objective that's inside of it. So it'll show that to be able to create tables with rows and columns of data. So I'll take you to that question. Studios. Question four. Yes, so question four is the one about the camels. So basically, in a sense, this will create a page with a table that has like two cells slash columns containing different content. So basically, so I'll start from the beginning because there's some new content, such as like the style. So this will define like the style rule for the document. And then we also have like the table. So it'll specify that like styles inside the curly braces apply to the tables as well. And we also have like the border, um, 1 pixel solid black. So this adds a 1 pixel black border to both the table and its cells. And also we have the width as well, width of 100 actually. So this sets the width of the table to 100%. And also now we have the body. So the body is going to contain the contents of the HTML document. And now we have the table. So for the table, you're going to have uh, the table rows, and then you also have like the table width of 70%. So this will like define the first table cell with the specified width of like 70%. And then you also have the div strong objective. So this creates the bold text basically. This for what will be written. And also we have a UL. So the UL is the unordered list. And we also have the li. So the element is this is basically the list element. So this will create tables with rows and columns of the data. And then you have, so inside you see to be able to create tables with rows and columns. So this will be written, this will be actually shown in the text. And then we have the EM. So this will say, yeah, from the table memory, I'll wipe away all the travel records. So this will be also written the William Shakespeare. And this div element, this will basically close the third div, and TD, this closes the first table cell. And then we also have a TD width of 30%. So this defines the second table with a specified width of 30%. And then we have the image source, chapter 2 camel picture. So this will have an image with the relative path, and it'll also set its width to 300 pixels. And this is the closing of the second table for TD on line 33. And then line 34, we have closes the table row, and then etc. We have the table, so this closes the table, and then this closes the body and the HTML document. So when we run this code in Firefox, so copy path, and we go into Firefox, paste, boom. So here it'll show the objective, and here it'll show to be able to create the tables with rows and columns. And also the objective is also highlighted in bold. And then you also have to be able to create and use forms. And then underneath you have, yeah, from the table memory, I'll wipe away all the trivia files, records William Shakespeare. And then we also have the picture from chapter 2 of the camel. So this was question 2.14. And now I will go to question 2.15. So for question 2.15, This writes an HTML5 document that produces the table shown in figure 2.19. So this will basically I created this page, the table example page. Here's this sample table. This is the table head. This is the body, and this is the table with the foot separated. So when we go into Visual Studios, question 5, here's the code. So basically, we all know what the character sets are, but from the title, this will set the title of the web page to tables, and then we have the header, closing of the header, and then we have the body. So this will be all the content will be now written inside this. And now we have the H1 that this is like the first header. So this defines like the top level heading with text table example page. And then we have the paragraph. So it introduces like uh, the table. So you'll see here is a small sample table, and then we have like the table border one. So so it starts off the table with the border attribute set to 1, creating a simple border around the table. Then we have uh, the head. So we have the that element. So basically, this defines the table head section, and then we have table row. So this defines the table row within the head, and then we have the th scroll band. So this defines the table header cell that spans 3 columns. So this will be a table head with number three columns. And then we have the body, T body. So this defines the table body section again. Then TR defines the table row within the body. And this also has the table header cell that will span again also 3 columns with the text written. This is the body. And same will go down for T foot as well. And then we'll have the col span 2. This is the table. And then that's where we have the TD col span 2 for foot. So this will like separate it in a sense. So when we copy this into Firefox, so copy path, um, Firefox, paste. Oh, so here, this will show the in bold the table example page will be shown above. Underneath is here is the small sample table. And then I have in bold, this is the table head. Underneath is this is the body. And then we have 2 columns actually. So that's why it's separated. So we have this is the table, and you can see why the foot is separated. So this was question 2.15. So now I'll take us to the next question. This was question 5. So now we're going to chapter 3. So bear one moment. So the next question is in chapter 3.6. So basically, this is basically the question is a site registration form with the optional survey. So you have to create a website registration form to obtain a user's first name, last name, and email address. In addition, include an optional survey question that asks the user's year in college, like if he's a freshman, and place the optional survey question in a detailed element that users expand. So basically, question six. Basically, this is for question six, and basically creates like a campus feedback form with various input elements, with also radio button and text area. So basically, the title will basically have it'll set the title of the web page, campus visit feedback, and then we'll have the header one. So this will define like the top like level head for the heading. So campus visit feedback form will be there, and now we also have that's the actually that's could also have a form action as well. So this basically starts the form with the action attribute specifying the URL to which the form data will be submitted to using the post method. And then we also have the label. So we have the label for so this will add the label for the name input field. And then we also have the input type. So this creates a text input field for the user's name. So, and also we'll have the required attribute as well. Ensures that the field must be filled out before submitting the form. And then we also have the label for the email. So this adds the label for the email input fields where you will be able to write your email. And then you also have the input type of the email. So this creates an email input field, and you'll also have the required field ensures that the valid email address is entered. So you'll have to write an email address only. If you write some random stuff, it's not going to accept. Here, so under inside the field set, it's going to basically show like basically the elements inside of it. So you'll have like the checkbox, name, campus, student, location, atmosphere, dorm room, and sports. And also same like how do you become interested in college? Show the friend, television, internet, other. And yep. So when I run this code in, copy path, Firefox. So like um Ashutosh Sharma, email, you can put ashutosh232 at outlook.com. What did you like most about the campus? Campus, student location, friends, television, and also this has additional comments, so it'll be submitted. We'll send it straight to the DITO. My apologies. Sorry. I think actually I was specifying for the wrong one, so that's actually for question seven. So so basically I'll explain this one. I think my bad. I think question six was 2.15. So I apologize for that. So we question 2.15. Just double check. I'll go back to that one quickly. Sorry about that. That was actually for 2.16, so apologize for that. Actually, that was not for 3.6. 2.16 was a different one. So I explained it, but I think I confused it for 3.6. That's question seven, actually. So the local university has asked you to create an HTML5 document that allows the prospective college student to provide feedback about their campus visit. Should actually contain the form with text fields for the name and email, and provide check boxes that allow prospective students to indicate what they like most about the campus. So actually, I apologize. So that's actually for question six. So basically, what I was explaining. So this was not 3.6. This was actually 2.16 for question six. So basically, it'll have the label where I'll show the name, the input type, ID, and these are the required. So these are required names. So let's say for email example, if you don't put your email in, you put some random stuff in there, it will not accept it because it requires you to put an exact email. And then you have the field text where it'll have like the checkbox, the name, campuses, explain what do you like most about the campus. So it'll show you the option where you have like why did you like most about the campus, students, location, atmosphere, dorm, sports, and same also goes to how did you become interested in college. It'll give you the option friend, television, internet, and other. And then you'll have a label, so you have underneath an additional comment section uh, so if you need any more questions. So basically, I will just show that to you one more time. Apologize for that. So basically, that's it for question actually 2.16. I confused that with 3.6. I apologize, but this is what it is. So it'll show the campus feedback form. And this will also have, the email. So it's required. Let's say if I put like Roger Federer, please enter an email address. So you have to put in exact email address. And, when you do that, you put Ashutosh 32, you submit it, it gets you to the main website or DITL. So apologize for that. So now I will take you to question 3.6, which is question seven in the homeworks. So 3.6 is going to be question seven in the Visual Studio. So it's a web registration form with an optional survey. So this creates a website registration form to obtain the user's first name, last name, and email address, and also in addition include an optional survey question that asks the users in college, are they a freshman, sophomore, and place an optional survey question in the detailed elements that the user can expand to see the question. So basically, I'll explain that. So for Visual Studios, so question seven is that. So this is for 3.6. So I'll start it from actually from the title. So the title will set the title of the web page to, uh, website registration form, and then you have the body as well. So the body will be the show the main content. Then you have header one. So this is like defines the top level heading with the text website registration form, and then we have um, the label. So the label, and you also have the input fields for the first name, last name, and email. So the label equals first name, and then inside it'll show first name label. So this adds a label for the first name input field, and then you also have the input text ID, which will be the first name, and name will be the first name, and this is required. So the required attribute ensures that the field must be filled out before submitting the form. So if you don't submit these, it'll not accept it. And same applies for your last name. If you don't put the last name in the required section, it will not accept it. Same goes for the email as well. And then we also have a detail. Um, uh, so like the detail is like an optional one. So this adds, um, so like this creates, so basically this can help the user interact to reveal any additional information. And then we also have the optional summary, optional survey question. So this adds a summary for the optional survey question as well. And then we also have the label for college year. So it adds the label for the drop-down list. And then we also have the option value. So this will give us an option value explaining are you freshman, sophomore, junior year, a senior, etc. This will have an input type, submit it. So when we put this in, um, copy path, go to Firefox, go back, paste. So here you go. First name, web registration form. First name, let's say put Ashutosh. Last name, Sharma. Email, let's say put asharma7 at oldwestbury.edu. And then here the optional survey questions underneath. So years in college, you can say you're a junior. Submit it. So let's say if I put like 1, 2, 3, 4, submit, it won't. So here you have the optional survey question as well. Okay, now we have also question 3.7. So this one creates an autocomplete form. So this creates a simple search form using a search input element in which the user can enter a search query using the Firefox web browser. Test the form by entering January and submitting the form. Then enter a J in the input element. See previous entries started with January should be displayed below. And, I think we understand it. So we'll go into Visual Studios. Question 8. So basically, this is the code for it. So basically, I'll start from the title again. So basically, inside it sets the title web page to search form with autocomplete. And then we also have the body section that'll contain the content, and then we have the header one. So this will define the top level heading search form with autocomplete. And then we have the form method. So the form method starts the form with a get method and enables the autocomplete feature on. So that'll keep that on. So I think basically, where after you put January, or it'll like show it underneath. And then we also have the paragraph P as well. So this basically will add a paragraph to the group, the label, and input elements as well. And then we also have the input type as well, input type search query. And you also have name queue placeholder, enter your search query. So this creates a search input field with the ID search query, the name queue used for like the parameters, and a placeholder text to enter your search query. So basically, then underneath we have the input type submit value search. So this creates the submit button with the text search, and then we also have the reset. So this creates a reset button with the text clear, so that uh, resets the form. And then this closes the paragraph. This also closes the form, and this closes the body in the HTML itself. So when I put this in to copy path into Firefox, paste, search form with autocomplete. So let's say we put in January, automatically we'll have January search. Let's say we put February or June, it'll have June, June. So if, and then let's say you put clear it, reset it, it resets it and has inside the enter your search query. So this is where you it explains, where you can enter it. And now we have 3.9. So that's laying out a book page in the HTML5. Uh, so basically, this is a markup, the paragraph text form section 3.2 of this chapter as a web page using page structure element. The text is provided in the exercise text image folder with the chapter example. So basically, I'll put that in. So this is the code for question 3.9. Um, so this basically creates the autocomplete days of the week. So you have the header, body, the H1 header. So this will like it's the top element. So it's be like the top one. So this will show the autocomplete days of the week. You have the form method that has the get action numbers with the autocomplete on, and then you have the label for day input, and this will help you, select the days. And then we have the input type text, where you have the ID day input, name will be the day, placeholder will be there to enter the day, and list will be the days of list. And then the date list ID, so this will give you the options. So you can put in, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you'll be able to put all the days of the week, and you'll have the input type, so the submit button, so you can submit, like say you put Monday into it, and then you also have the reset button, so you can clear it and it won't show it. So when we copy this into Firefox, paste it, that's what we paste. Auto complete days of the week, so enter a day. Let's say we put Monday, boom, enter a day. Let's say we put Wednesday, it'll have Wednesday underneath. You can clear it as well, clear it, but Tuesday, you'll have Tuesday as an option. And then you clear that. Let's see, you put Thursday, we'll have Thursday underneath. So it saves basically all the days in the week. So this is for question 3.9. And now I will show question 3.10 and 11. And actually, I combined both of them into one question. So, professor or whoever's going to be watching this, please don't get confused. So, basically, 3.10 and 3.11 are combined into uh, question 10. So, yeah, I just wanted to inform you. And basically, I'll start from the beginning. So the title, so this basically sets the title of the web page, laying out book pages in HTML5. And then we have the header 3.2.1 input type color. So this defines the subheading indicating the topic of discussion. and specifying the color input type. And then we also have paragraph piece, so this starts the paragraph to provide information about the color input underneath where the image source is. So the image source says chapter 3 exercise text and image color input 2, which is what we need to put in. And then here it has the table, defines the HTML table, and then we have the table rows. This defines the table row, the table header containing the input type, th, and then we have a th again, so this defines the table header cell as well. And going forward, because it'll show TD, the color, the hexadecimal code as well, the date as well. So this will show underneath like the date, the years, month, date time, date time local. It'll show the years, month, date time. So basically, I combined everything into one, so it'll be easier if I show it up on Firefox. So copy path to Firefox, control paste. So basically here it'll show you, see 3.21 bolded input type color, and this is the text that I was supposed to add in. So the color input type for 3.1 lines 2021 enables the user to enter a color. Upper displays a color picked control that shows the default color black, down arrow. When clicked, shows the drop down. And here underneath, it has the color type, the hexadecimal code, the date, year, month, date time local, the month, any numerical values, the email, the URL, the time, and the week. So this is question. This is homework one for HTML, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Bye bye.